I will be reading Donald Dump Truck. The sun came up over the ridge, a band of trucks building a bridge to span of the river and connect the town and help all the good folks get around. There's Danny the bulldozer and Enzo the crane, Rusty the digger, and the foreman Zan, working down till dusk. No ifs or buts. They'll get the job done right and no shortcuts. Then one morning Zane came to say a new team member was on the way. We need to shift the dirt and muck, so I'm calling a big dump truck. Donald dump truck rolled up, a portly fellow. His cab was orange and his horn was yellow. He smiled broadly, turned down his throttle and said, "Hey folks, my name is Donald. On construction sites from east to west, I'm the toughest, strongest, and best. There's never been a load big or tall that Donald Dump Truck couldn't haul. I can't stand it because I'm a winner. I'll have this place cleaned up by dinner. What dirt needs moving, folks all say, Donald Dump Truck will save the day." As Donald continued smiling brightly, the team nodded and listened politely. Donald's wheels are impressively shiny. They're also surprisingly tiny. He blasts his horn and his engine hums. He says, "Let's get working, everyone." The crew heads off to begin their troll. Zane shows Donald where to dump the soil. Rusty, Rusty dumps earth into Donald's truck bed. "That's enough," Donald hollers, shaking his head. Rusty's puzzled, can't believe his ears. "We do this my way," Donald growls. "I'm the boss around here." Huffing and puffing, his face turning pink, Donald roars off, returns in a wink. Later that day, Danny comes up to say, "Hello, Donald. Can I help in some way?" Donald toots Curly and he shifts into gear. "Sorry, don't need you around here." It's no time at all. The dirt piles near zero. We're all on the site. Donald's their new hero. Together they all let out a big cheer. "No sweat," Donald shrugs. "I'm nearly done here." Sundown's approaching and Zane stops by. "I wish every truck was like you," he says with a sigh. Donald chuckles and zips down the track like a flash. Then in the distance, Zane hears a big splash. "Stop that, Donald. You can't put junk in the stream. We'll poison the water. The fish need it." I thought it was odd the job should take a week if you had been dumping the dirt in the creek. Donald got mad and started to pout. "Who cares if we squish some bugs or some trout?" Zane spoke sternly. "We do. No its or buts. We can't be a winner by taking shortcuts." By the time Donald dumped the next load, it was right. He looked at the road winding back to the site. "That track is so long, I'm ready for bed. I'll cut through this flowering meadow instead." He dashed off the trail and into the grass, but quickly got stuck and began sinking fast. He strained and he struggled, he foamed and he stomped. This was no meadow, this was a swamp. Help me, oh, help me." Donald fell into a panic. "Someone come quickly, I need a mechanic." But no one came. His cries drew blank. The faster his little wheel spun, the deeper he sank. Back at the site, Zan looked up. The clock on his dash and the 7:45. He was about to head home right then and there when, far off in the wood, a faint toot of despite. Zane stopped on the gas and flew down the trail. He honked his horn nearby, heard a wall. The sight that he saw was confirmed that this was worst fears. Donald was stuck in the swamp right up to his ears. Zane radiated the crew, "Our new friends in a pinch. Danny, bring your weight light. Enzo, bring your winch. With a lot of teamwork and a dolly of luck, we might just save Donald Dump Truck." The trucks all assembled and Endo swung the cable. Rusty headed it to Donald. Then the whole team was able, with Danny pushing, to drag Don from the O's. He saw, I feel a bit stuck. I think I've blown a fuse. The very next morning, after he'd heard a bath, Donald and Rusty traveled the path, cleaning the creek, making it right. Soon enough, there was with no mess in sight. Donald gathered the crew and he had something to say. Got a huge job back east, so I'm leaving today. So I've learned my lesson, no ifs or buts. We can't be a winner by taking shortcuts. Donald drove out as the teams waved goodbye. For all of his blaster, they would miss this guy. His teeny shining wheels looking slightly worn, with his orange cab and his yellow horn. The end.